Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Symphony. Hey, before I even get into that copy, let's talk about the what had happened was. We were supposed to live stream this, I believe, on like Monday, August the 18th. But Streamlabs Mac and myself we're just not communicating very well right now. We're speaking different languages, we're in different like emotional profiles, and like all three of us are angry in some weird capacity. So for whatever reason, I have not been able to stream. With that being said, we are still bringing this content to you, but we recorded it at the time we were supposed to be live streaming, and now it's being delivered to you guys. So for one, Symphony, thank you so much for your patience. I genuinely appreciate it. It has been a frustrating navigation getting through all the technical errors here recently, but as backer Doc says, if it ain't broke, it ain't Symphony. So, Symphony Entertainment, Gaming, and Arts is my gaming company that focuses on horror games, indie systems, organic content, and player agency in an attempt to bring a symphonic approach to horror role-playing. I am your host, Bridgett, but this morning for one time zone, evening for another one, and I think afternoon, we're on like 5 different time zones and 3 different countries right now. We are playing something new. We are playing Blood on the Snow for the system Campfire that was actually designed by our storyteller Wojtek that is on the Symphony for the very, very first time. Babe, welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm so excited to learn the system. I'm excited to dive into something new. I'm excited to have new talent on the Symphony to explore. So we're going to do introductions here in just a minute, but just one quick announcement. Symphony Entertainment does have a Patreon. So if you like this content and you would like to help us make more of it, please consider backing us at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. Content warnings have been discussed with the cast and crew. The cast and the crew knows that the X card is in play, as is the green, yellow, red traffic light method. If a safety tool is enacted, there is no judgment passed. There are no questions asked. We can tell better stories if we have each other's backs. So, without further ado, I think it's time to jump in and unveil this cast. Cast members, tell us who you are, where people can find you if you want to be found, some of the things that you do. And let's do the surprise question is, what is your favorite part about winter? That should be good. I like that. That feels good to me. So, Perry, lead us off, baby. You know how this works. Tell us who you are, what you do, where people can find you, and your favorite part of winter.
Hello, I'm Perry Clark. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in the San Francisco Bay Area. You can catch me on my podcast, which is Untying Knots, Minds and Souls Untethered, which Bridgett has been a guest on as well. Additionally, you can also find some of the other work I've managed to do over with Apochromatic Unlimited for Reunion of Threads, and also over on the Old Ways Network with Kate Crasher's Gambit, and I presently play Kingston Biko Garvey on Silver Screams.
Oh, I love it, Perry. Per usual, there's a reason why we're married 15 times ways from Sundays. I love you and welcome back. Tom, this is your second time over here, homie. Welcome back.
It's exciting to be back. So I'm Tom Malcolm Wright. I play a lot of games. And as of today, I have a website. So tommalcolmwright.com. And by the time this goes out on YouTube, I'll probably have fixed all the bugs with it. But it exists right now. And it's where I'm putting all my gaming-related things I do. So you could just go to that and click TTRPG and then see everything I've been in. It's a very short list.
But it's a list and it's a website, damn it, Tom. You're not going to take that away from us, okay?
100%. And my favorite thing about winter is that it's really cold, because I hate being hot. The way I look at it is there's a limit to the amount of clothes I can legally take off in public to become cooler. Whereas I can put on almost infinite layers until I look like Michelin Man, and that's fine by me.
Oh, that's so good. And Perry, let's drop back down. What's your favorite part of winter, baby?
Starting a nice fire in the fireplace.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. Lynn, hi, gorgeous.
Hello, darling. How are you?
That's my baby, too. I'm good, baby. I'm excited to be in a game with you. It's been a minute.
I know. I'm telling you. Well, I am Lynn Hill. I have been a gamer for my entire adult life, but I have only recently started playing with con games and basically with games that people that I haven't been gaming with since Dirt was invented. I have And this has been a lovely adventure for me. I've met so many wonderful people through Symphony and through just cons in general. So it's been a great time. I am I do not have a huge presence online.
Mhm.
I have a Blue Sky, which is at Tai Chi Devil. I am on Facebook because I am elderly, and are you too? Yeah. Well, I know you're there. Yeah, you're totally there. It's fine. It's fine. We're enjoying our elderliness together. Yes. I have the most recent thing where I was published was the it's a compilation of essays that Ghost Show Press did called Everyone's Gone to the Movies. They've done transgressive horror. They've done subversive sci-fi. I think they're up to volume 4. So far, I have an essay in every volume.
Let's go, Lynn. Let's
It's
go.
been a hoot and a half. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to take a movie that you love for your own slightly warped reasons and find out that there are gobs of people who love your ridiculous movie. And so that's been a great experience. They're going to be kickstarting volume number 5 starting in October. So keep an eye out for that. That's Ghost Show Press.
Babe, congratulations and brilliantly done. And welcome back. And Wojtek, welcome. Please introduce yourself and welcome again to the Symphony. First time, I'm super excited to have you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wojtek. Such an honor to be here and super excited to be able to do this. And thank you to do this. And thank you for being so kind to give me this opportunity to run a game with Symphony. I am originally from Poland, but I've been living in Ireland for a good while now. I have been mostly a forever GM, but occasionally playing as well for a good 20 years now. And a couple of years ago, I decided that I don't want to just GM games. I also want to make games. And I have started creating tabletop games. I have started creating video games and interactive stories. You can find my work at narramblings.com. That is where I post my stuff and also where I have my blog about narrative design. All links to my relevant socials and email are there as well if you would like to follow up and chat. And one of my creations, Campfire, is my first tabletop system that I've built. Is going to be played here, so I'm super honored and excited to present it to you folks. And in terms of what I like about winter, like I said, I was born in Poland and now do not live there anymore. So what I like about winter is that I spend it in a country where there is no snow and freezing temperatures.
My favorite thing about winter is getting away from it. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a part of reason to move.
And then Lynn, just jumping backwards, what's your favorite part of winter?
That it isn't summer.
Oh,
I mean, really, my favorite part of every season is that it isn't summer, except for summer, which is summer, which I hate.
I feel like Tom felt that in his soul based on what I'm seeing.
Yep.
Tom felt that in his soul.
Yep, I felt it.
I love it. You guys know who I am. I'm Bridgett. I'm going to say my favorite part about winter is absolutely the silence. There is something about when the snow is on the ground and the snow is falling, everything is quiet. It's just you step outside and there's almost like this absence of sound. And it's like surreal and miraculous every single time I experience it. And don't tell anybody this, but I secretly like shoveling snow. I know, but I don't understand it, but it's like meditative and it's therapeutic and it's a great workout. But I secretly love shoveling snow. Don't tell anybody that I said that. So with cast and crew fully introduced, I am going to surrender the reins over to our GM to take us through Campfire. Babe, we are in your hands. Let's tell some great stories together.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to very quickly introduce the system and the adventure that we'll be playing. The game itself, the system is called Campfire. It is ultra simple because it was designed with beginner GMs in mind to make sure that you can get into the hobby and start playing and running games without having to learn by heart a 400-page rulebook and a lot of thick lore. So the idea is that there are great pre-gen characters and pre-built stories for a GM to run straight off the rulebook. And the rule itself is whenever there is anything that is contestable or risky for a character, you tell that character to roll a d10 with a percentage based on what you know about that character. and they either pass or fail based on a D10 percentage-based roll. That is it. That is all that we need to know about the rules. And we'll keep running it like this. Also, each adventure included in the game itself has 5 built-in adventures. Each adventure has 5 characters. Every time that we're playing a story, all of the characters are included. But if there is fewer players than the number of characters, the sort of remaining characters become playable communally by the group. You can assign them whatever jobs you want to, and I, as a GM, will resolve that. And also, if one of you loses their character via death, demonic possession, or any other tragic outcome that could befall you, you can pick up one of the remaining characters, so you can continue with the game without being eliminated as a player. So that is really it when it comes to the rules. Does anyone have any questions?
No, that sounds amazing.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm going to introduce you to the scenario we're playing today. It's called Blood on the Snow. I debuted it when the game was still in its prototype version at Gwelcon, which is the biggest Irish RPG convention, where I was lucky enough to win the Best Adventure Award with it.
Congratulations!
Thank you very much. And the premise of the story is to be sort of a mix aesthetically between Scooby-Doo episodes and Until Dawn, if you've played that. So it's like a little bit of a Scooby-Doo adventure, but a bit more hardcore and a little bit more violent than you would expect from Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
And I am now going to read introduction to the story, and I am going to then introduce all of the characters. And then I guess we'll just get the ball rolling and start actually playing. Does that work?
Perfect here.
Okay, perfect. So starting with the intro, Blood on the Snow. A group of friends set out on a long-awaited adventure. They have rented a cottage in the woods near a remote alpine village in France, and they plan to spend a couple of days kicking back, drinking mulled wine, and skiing in a nearby resort. As they arrive in the snow-clad Briançon, the sun is already setting over the Alps. The travelers are weary from their long journey, but soon this is going to be the least of their worries. Can they survive the night once the deadly secrets of Briançon emerge from the darkness on the night of the full moon? So this is what we're going to find out. And the characters that are on this fateful journey are Vivian, that is going to be played by Lynn. Vivian is quirky and bookish. She's a bit of a nerd, but loves the wilderness. She's Rebecca's best friend. Her strengths are that she's well-read and has survival skills. Her weakness is that she's shy. And inspiration that can be used to roleplay her are Velma from Scooby-Doo or Luna from Harry Potter. And the inspirations are just like a little bit of guidance or like an outline for you to color in, but you do not need to like stick to them. This is just a little bit of a hint that you can use or not for roleplaying the character. Then there's Rebecca, that's Bridgett. She's bubbly and sociable. She can be bossy, but ultimately puts others' needs before her own. She's Vivian's best friend, and she's college mates with Adam and David. Her strengths are that she's empathetic and charismatic. Her weakness is that she's naive. The inspirations are Daphne from Scooby-Doo and Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Then there's Adam. Adam is the unselected character, so you can control him as a group and sort of decide what he's doing or what he's saying. Adam is a popular guy and a bit of a jock. He's also a great and fiercely loyal friend. He's college mates with Rebecca and David. His strengths are that he's strong and brave. His weakness is that he's hot-headed. And inspirations for him are Fred from Scooby-Doo and Archie Andrews from Riverdale. Then we have David. David acts laid back but is anxious on the inside, and he's very crafty, and David is played by Tom. His relationships is that he's college mates with Rebecca and Adam, and he's also Sam's younger brother.
Oh.
His strengths are that he's a handyman and has sixth sense for danger, and his weakness is that he's a scaredy cat. So inspirations are Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and Courage from Courage the Cowardly Dog. And finally, we have Sam, played by Perry. Sam is smart and not shy about it, skeptic to the point of cynicism. Their relationships, they're David's older siblings. Their strengths are that they read people and are observant. Their weakness is that they're self-centered, and they're inspired by Dana Scully from X-Files and Greg House from House MD. And here's a quick question for Perry, because one of the characters in each story has like a sort of unisex name, so the player can choose whether they want to play a gender character or an ungendered character. So just want to check with you, do you have a preference here for how to refer to Sam in the story.
Sam will be he, him.
Thank you. Okay, so we will start. Just give me a second because there is some noise outside, so I'm going to close the window. So there's
no worries, honey.
Feedback from outside.
Side note, I'm a big fan of the art on these PCs. There's something about the hollowed out eyes that just makes me happy.
Oh yeah, they were created by Paul Carroll, an Irish artist. So I'm very happy to give him a shout out. He's a terrific artist. He's also a comic book artist. I'm not sure how prominent he is globally, but I think he's fairly well known in like the Irish scene for illustrators and artists.
Heard. Valid. So these are fun.
Okay, are we ready to start? Are we good to go? Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Let's get the ball rolling and let's start our adventure. So you are on your way to the village of Briançon at the foot of the Alps. The sun is already setting and you're arriving in the village on a crisp February evening. You drove all day from the Paris airport in a rented van. And as you approach the Alpine surroundings and things are getting more and more remote, you notice in about the last hour or so that the phone reception has started going spotty, and now it is essentially non-existent. You basically do not have reception. You were told that you can pick up the cottage keys. You have a rented cottage, and you can pick up your keys in a bar in the village called the Plein Lune. You will forgive me; I will not be doing French accents because I'm very bad at accents. So I hope that is fine. And the village itself is situated at the foot of the Alps, and it is as tiny as this remote. There are rows of maybe 24 houses that go along each side of a steep, winding road leading up into the woods. And the main and pretty much the only street is empty, and the houses are dark, giving the place a quaint but somewhat eerie feeling. And in the entire village, there are only 2 buildings that stand out. One of them is a bar, the Plein Lune, and the other one is a derelict church that looks like it hasn't been used in quite a while. The church is in quite a distance, so we do not see the details, but it looks a fair bit run down and like it has seen better days for sure. Now you're approaching the village in your van, and the floor is yours.
Well, I'm sure that Vivian has got both hands and her face right next to the window.
I'm absolutely driving, for sure. I shouldn't be the one driving, but bossy and enthusiastic, and then plus I absolutely had enough sense to print out a map on top of like knowing that cell phone reception is poor, so I'm driving poorly, but I'm driving.
You shouldn't be driving, but you're also not asking.
But I'm also not asking. Yeah, see, we're right here. Yeah. We know how I get down with Rebecca.
Look, I just want to go on the record as saying I'm not in any way worried about the lack of phone reception, but just do the French have a high incident of kind of psychopaths in small villages? Like, what happens if we get an emergency here? I mean, I'm really chill about this whole thing, but just no phones. Nobody else a bit freaked by that? No, it's fine. It's going to be fine.
Not every place is wired in modern day. Some people do actually like to be able to get away and disconnect,
Yeah, so they can murder you and nobody knows. Like, I've seen every Hostel film and it's taught me a lot about Europe. So I just feel we need to be cautious.
Well, then I shouldn't have shown you the Brotherhood of the Beast either, because that's also taking place in French and is a werewolf movie.
Yeah, I'm trying not very hard not to think about that film.
David, as I'm like looking over my shoulder, I should not be looking over my shoulder as the van.
Yeah, eyes on the road.
Yep. What are you most looking forward to on this trip?
Well, I mean, spending time with you guys, that's going to be really great. And, time with Big Bro, and I kind of bump Sam on the arm. We don't get to hang out much these days. It's going to be great. As long as we don't meet any French psychopaths.
No, it's going to be great.
It's going to be great.
Time together.
Just full stop.
We're going to have wine. We're going to go skiing. Do you even ski, David? I don't think I asked.
It's, I've got very brittle bones, but I like watching people ski. So
You
Yeah,
and I
there
can
was.
sit together and watch with wine.
Yeah, there was that incident when I was younger with the sled and Becky Sue.
yeah, yeah. They said it was unusual to break every limb. That's
And all she did was just tap him.
yeah.
He went
Just
down. He fell onto the sled and just down the hill.
she has very strong fingers. Just not everyone knows that about Peggy Sue, but she's like when she pokes you, you stay poked.
Yeah, well, that was her just being affectionate because she was so cute. Remember how many times of your cast that she signed and brought you all those little dishes while you were recovering? Just doted on you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe there were some upsides.
Yeah, especially then when she took the other guy to the prom.
Oh, I throw a glance over at Vivian like,
Oh, big brother energy. Holy cow.
Hey, who do you think showed him all the scary movies? Even though they knew that was going to make him anxious and wet his bed while he was growing up.
Did not that. I have not wet the bed in a long time.
Possibly even months.
Well, that's why I heard laundry being
As you're
done last night.
flattering David with friendly and brotherly banter, you pull up to the entrance of the bar. The lights are on, and this is, you notice, Vivian, you notice that because you've been like sort of plastered to the window and looking out, there's like not a soul outside in the village, which is it's not that surprising given that it's a tiny village. It's like, the evening is there. This is almost here. The sun is setting over the Alps. It's, by the way, an absolutely stunning view, like absolutely worth everything. You notice that like all the houses have like some like brownish circle painted on the door, some sort of symbol. Does not mean anything to you, but it just like strikes you as a little bit odd. And now we're right in front of the bar. There is it has a neon sign spelling out the Plan Loon name, but you can see that like at this point there's about like maybe half of the letters are still like lit up. The neon sign has also seen better days, or possibly better decades.
Do the missing letters change it into some spooky, terrifying word?
Like pale moon.
No,
You
no
guys are
terrifying
so
word you can recognize.
paranoid.
There's like there's a little blinking a little bit, and like one of them is like lighting up and like and disappearing. It seems more like electrical failure of equipment that has been up there for about 50 years rather than an ominous sign. But then everything else looks like an ominous sign. So who knows?
Or actually,
There is a bit of an eerie energy about this place. It's hard to describe, but it's like almost palpable.
Wow.
yeah, if you take out the L and the last T, you'd almost think it says pain moon.
Okay, you two really need to lay off the horror movies. Golly, because I'm going to throw open the door because I'm naive and nothing is eerie about this eerie situation. Everything is fine. I'm going to stand on the footrails of the car. I'm going to throw my elbows on top, and I'm just going to look around at a lot of like dark, empty homes and this really creepy church. Do we have a name for who we're picking up the keys from, guys? Do you guys remember?
You didn't print it out?
Oh, we're being passive aggressive already.
You do have a printout.
You printed
saying
out
that
the
you
map
want to pick
because
up
you
the
knew we were
keys
gonna
from
be-
the bar.
You didn't print out the email too?
Oh my God.
I'm going to
Here.
wander across the street to one of the circles on the door and see if I can figure out what it's made from, like touch it, see if it's still damp, all that kind of fun stuff.
So you leave the car and you see Vivian walking off, but instead of the bar where you meant to pick up the keys, she walks off towards one of the houses and just like approaches one of the houses and sticks a finger into what you now notice is some sort of like a symbol. There's a circle painted on the door, but now that you all take a look around, as this takes your attention, you do see that like all of the doors in this village, at least all that you can see in the dusk, do have this symbol. So you touch it with your finger. There is a bit of it's hard to say because it's dried already. It's just like a dark red brownish color, but it has dried, so it's hard for you to say what it is.
Okay.
I'm just going to whisper to the others.
You as a character, Vivian is pretty good at survival stuff, right? So roll me a d10 and you roll a 6 or more.
First roll of the game, guys.
Mhm.
No, 3.
Okay.
Okay, then it has dried already, so it's hard to say.
Okay.
You guys, why is Vivian somebody's daubed poo on the doors and Vivian's just gone and touched it?
It doesn't smell like poop.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
So
but it's on all the doors. It could be poop, but it doesn't smell like poop. I'm still going to wash my hands. Don't worry.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna go get the keys. How about that?
We're gonna get the keys. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the keys.
I'm falling behind you as I'm scrolling through my phone trying to find the email in my logs.
Ask the person with the keys if we have to put poop on our door.
Where are you how did we get to I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna try to get into the bar.
I'm using hand sanitizer. Look.
Okay.
There. See? It's all better. All better.
Fine. I'm fine.
So Rebecca and Sam leave the car and walk to the bar. As you approach the bar, you see that the paint has chipped off the walls in spots. And the bar itself is much bigger than a house would be. So clearly, this is not an establishment that is, have massive revenue streams. You walk inside, and the interior is actually quite cozy if dated. There's a fire crackling in the fireplace, casting a warm glow on the worn-out furniture. There's vintage skiing equipment decorating the walls. There's an ancient-looking jukebox in the corner playing some old-school French tunes. So there's a bit of a rustic alpine charm to it. And there are 2 people inside of the bar. There is a man sitting behind the table and just drinking a glass of wine. He is a gray-haired man with a bit of a weathered and unkempt look to him. He's smiling with a bit of an ironic grin visible from under a disheveled beard. And there's also, and behind the bar, there is a middle-aged woman with a stern face, and you can tell that her eyes feel kind despite it being a very piercing gaze. And as you enter the bar, the man smiles at you, and you notice that he's sipping on a glass of mulled wine, and you see there's a thick black book right in front of him. The tome looks incredibly old. There is no marking on the outside of the black cover, and he invites you to sit with him with a gesture. The gesture is very theatrical.
Hey, I'm all about it. I want to see that book.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, my goodness. How old do you think that book is? I'm going to go see.
Vivian.
Come on. It's going to be cool.
I'm going to go get the keys.
Maybe this guy has the keys. How do you know till you ask?
The name was Michael Pieratt.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Sam.
I think it's more Michel here. That's it.
God, I was terrible in French. Yeah, okay. So, I'm just gonna go to the bar and just ask for him. You live your truth, Vivian. I'll be with you in a second.
Okay.
So you walk away towards the bar. Does anyone at all interact with the man with the book?
For sure.
So first of all, you, Rebecca, you approach the bar, and the woman behind the bar just looks at you and asks, quite a thick accent, but her English is fine, asks, are you here for the key to the cottage?
Yes, exactly. Please.
So you are the only guest we're expecting today other than the couple who arrived earlier. So she looks something up in a little notebook she has on the side. And she then takes a key off a hook that's behind her and just tells you cottage number 2. all you need to do is just get into your car, drive straight up the road, go into the woods, and then eventually about 10-minute drive, and you will be at the cottages. Your cottage is the number 2. One thing to be aware of is that there is no immediate electricity, so you need to go into there's a storage shack by the fence. You need to turn on the electricity there, and then you're all set. My brother is a Sylvan. He's a groundskeeper there. He can be a little bit weird, but don't be afraid of him or anything. Just he's very friendly. If you need anything, just find him. He lives in his own hut by the cottages, so you can ask him for anything. And to roll me, you are quite an empathetic person, so roll me a d10, and if you roll a 5 or more, you pass.
Okay, I hit an 8.
That woman is certainly a little bit uneasy and maybe perhaps afraid, but it is not you or any of your companions that make her that. She's clearly made somehow uncomfortable about the presence of the man at the table, the man with the book. And we're gonna do a quick flash to Vivienne now. You approach the man with the book, and he introduces himself, saying, "I'm Xavier. We do not have many visitors here in Briançon. Very happy to see you." He grins eye to eye as he says that. "Let me order you a glass of mulled wine for you and your entire group of friends." His English is a little bit broken, but he gets by.
That is so kind of you. Thank you very much. We're very excited to be in town. It's a beautiful place.
It really is. It has been for centuries. He asks. He turns to the woman behind the bar, calls her Matilda, and asks for wine for mulled wine for all the visitors. And she turns back and gets to work. Pouring everyone a glass of mulled wine, and he asks you, "What brings you to Briançon, to our beautiful part of the world?"
Oh, just a weekend getaway. We've all been our separate ways for several years, and we finally managed to all get together in one place, and we're going to spend a lovely weekend together.
Well, I do hope you will have a wonderful time here. And as he says that, Rebecca, you notice that as Matilda, the woman behind the bar, starts pouring everyone wine, you notice behind the bar that she has 2 particularly peculiar items there. One is a sawn-off shotgun, and the other is what looks like a half-empty bucket of blood.
What? I am going to try to fix my face. And I'm going to collect this key, and I am going to step away, and I'm going to go to the one person with this information that I absolutely shouldn't. David.
Did she say anything about the poop on the doors?
So I'm trying to play this off as gracefully as possible. I'm going to reach one arm over David's shoulder, and I'm going to put the key into his hand. So our cabin is 10 minutes up the road on the left-hand side. It doesn't have electricity. There's a shed where it needs to be turned on, but that's your thing, right? That's completely your thing. So we'll be good there. Right. And then Matilda, the bartender, has a sawed-off shotgun behind the bar, which not really surprising. That's a common thing in most areas.
Yeah.
What's really uncommon is I'm pretty sure I saw a half mop bucket of blood. And then I'm going to kiss him on his cheek.
Is that like a French delicacy? Is that is it a kind of like French soup? Maybe?
How quiet you want this conversation to be? How concerned are you about either the man or the woman overhearing that?
I'm naive. What's going to tell a better story for you right now? Whispering but not being quiet enough, or successfully being discreet? What's going to be most interesting for you, Wojtek? I'll go that direction.
I think if you just awkwardly maybe you're you as a character would probably be a little bit stressed here, so maybe you speak louder than you want to, and
perfect.
The man is the closest to you, so he the one who introduced himself as Xavier, he laughs out loud when he hears that, and he stops you right there, like just interjects, of like broad smile, rosy cheeks, smiling eyes, and he just says, "Oh, please do not worry about that. It is a common custom that we have. Briançon is a very, very old, ancient village. We still continue some of the really old customs that we've had here for centuries or even millennia. I might not look the part, but I am actually a priest in our little local congregation, and the blood aspect of it is just a remnant of really old times of us cultivating old traditions. Please do not worry about this whatsoever." And as he says that, you, Rebecca, the pale and the going paler face of the woman behind the bar, and the paleness and the expression of her face tell you that you should absolutely be worrying about that.
Oh God.
But then you notice, like in a flash, she just composes herself immediately, stone cold face, this piercing gaze, and then she's like back to normal, business as usual, just serving her customers, and she brings you all glasses of mulled wine. Enjoy,
Vivian's-
she says in her most businesslike demeanor.
Well, my face is absolutely lighting up with fascinated interest. Does this book contain information about your ancient customs? I'm fascinated by this. So many pre-Christian rituals have gone by the wayside. Is this a multi-millennia custom that your village still follows? That's fascinating.
As you say that, he slowly but surely pulls the book towards himself, and says, "Yes, it is. Indeed, the book is part of our," and he like covers it with his hands. "Indeed, the book is part of our ancient religion, but I hope you will not take any disrespect at that. We are quite a close-knit and small community. While we, of course, love our guests and tourists passing by, we cannot invite them to partake in our traditions.
Oh my
But
goodness.
that said, I hope you will have a terrific time in Briançon. Have the best weekend, rest, enjoy the mulled wine. There's a skiing resort about an hour away from here, so I hope you have a wonderful time there. I'm going to leave you to it. Please have a great time," he says, bows his head, picks up the book, and starts toward the exit.
I will stop him
Faint
just
smile
briefly.
still on his-
I will stop him just briefly at the door. Please forgive my traveling companions. We are trying not to be entitled and bourgeoisie Americans. We will respect your customs as much as we can, and I'm sure if we can, we'll maybe stop by the church and learn some more, because I know that would make Vivian very happy. But please have a good night.
Oh,
Bonne chance.
he is very smiley and all buddy until you mention visiting the church, and then like you notice that like for a second the smile sort of drops, then he puts it back on and he says, "We have no concerns, and please do not be apologizing about any of your friends' behavior. You're very welcome here. I am afraid the church, we still use it as part of our tradition. It is where we practice our customs. So I am afraid it is not open to visitors. But regardless of that, I hope you have a wonderful time in Briançon." He says that, and
But may we tour the lands outside of it when we get a chance? Because I'm sure it would make some lovely photos.
oh yes, please you're welcome to sightsee wherever else your feet in Briançon take you.
Thank you. You have a good night.
I'm sure you will have a wonderful time and take some beautiful pictures and make memories for a lifetime.
Oh God.
That is our goal.
I don't like the way he said that, guys.
I think I've snuck up behind Sam and I just whisper, "Why did you make me watch Midsummer before we came here?"
Hey, you wanted the sex scene?
I mean, yeah, okay, that was kind of... But still, this is all creepy as they've got buckets of blood and poop on doors and strange black books and churches that we
like I
should go
said,
in. And
this is provincial. We're not going to be the bourgeoisie, the entitled, not understanding Americans who think that everything should be done exactly the same way they are and that they're greatest people on the earth. No,
right.
We will respect their customs.
Okay.
No, but Sam, no, David is... And then as soon as I have confirmation that the door's shut and Xavier isn't in the room, I'm going to just beeline on Matilda's like, "Who is that guy?" And what is going on?
She looks at you and she's a little bit. You can tell that she's a bit concerned and she doesn't quite know what to answer. She takes a second to compose herself, and then she just says, in a voice that tells you that she is not being 100% honest with you, but you cannot quite tell why. She tells you that, oh, he is just like he said, he's a priest of a local cult. They have been here for a while. They have been here for centuries, in fact. That cult, they have been practicing their rituals. They have been practicing their faith. And he is now the priest of the congregation. It's a very small congregation, but we still all try to, she's looking for a word,
Humor?
to uphold and respect their tradition.
Do you ever rent out your shotgun, or like, can we just pay a small fee for? Are there any large dogs we could hire for a night?
I'll
slap a hand. I'll slap a hand on Davidson and give him a good squeeze. Now. So just to humor my brother here, do you think we could get a sample of the blood so we can draw a symbol on our door too once we get up to the cabin?
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I am not allowed to share it. That's part of the tradition.
Ah, very well.
You see, it would just be seen as she's sort of like sweating a little bit. It would be seen as betrayal of the tradition if I was to give the sacrificial blood to the outsiders. And by the way, just to ease your mind, she says in a voice that is in no way easing your mind
Easing our mind.
or conscience. The blood is from a lamb. There is, it's just an animal blood.
Oh, great! That makes it fine. That makes it fine. Fine.
Okay, so I just feel like there's a lot happening right now. So the circles on the doors that are not poop, stop saying that, are of blood, I'm assuming. Help me out, Vivian. Typically when you see stuff like that, is keeping something out or keeping something in? Like what is this, like you're marking the firstborn of? Why are the circles on the door?
That's the most famous example of the tradition. Yes, in the Bible, they marked the doors for Passover so that the angel of death would pass over those houses and not kill the firstborn.
I'm so happy that you're here, Vivian. You just need to know that.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah, you just make me smarter. And I'm going to look back at Matilda. What are the circles for?
So the cult, the priest and his congregation, they worship the moon. So, and tonight is the night of the full moon. So the symbol, the circle, is meant to symbolize the full moon.
Right.
Great. But on the bright side, I'm not the firstborn son, so
Sam.
Oh, now. So it's not the firstborn son, then it's dealing with the aspects of the werewolves. They love the full moon. But, there are some other cultures that also just worship the moon as the bringer of death, too. Selene in Greek, Roman, if I remember correctly.
great. Do you know? I think I'm done with learning for the night. I think we should just get up there, get the generator going, and maybe like barricade doors and things.
Oh yeah, and then there was that one with Diana where she found the guy who was looking at her while she was bathing, and she turned him into a stag and had his dogs all rip him to shreds.
Yeah. His own dogs. That was a nice touch.
Oh yeah, very much so. But that's a movie one reference too.
That's fine, because customs wouldn't let me bring Fifi out here. So my dog's back home. Everything's going to be okay.
The woman says, I apologize, but I am not feeling very well. So I will just leave you to finish your wine and I will be behind, she says. And she just sort of stumbles towards the back door that leads to some back area of the bar. So now it's just you and your mulled wine.
And memories of Fifi.
Bar playing an old memories of the dog and old jukebox playing some sort of French song.
Okay. Great job, by the way, guys. You scared Matilda away.
You have the key for the cottage.
Well, I don't know about you. Why don't we go ahead and get these down, and he'll down his glass, and let's get to the cabin because I'd like to get a nice fire. and a nice bath after all the traveling we've done.
Yeah, shower would be good. Yeah. And I just got to do it, and then I'm gonna hop behind the bar. Let's be naive and stubborn and bullheaded. And I'm gonna go to the bucket. Is this actually a full bucket that I can tell the blood? And is the blood warm?
So you jump over the bar, you approach the bucket, and the son of shotgun just sort of like standing by the leaning by the wall.
So tempted.
There is not a lot of blood left in the bucket. It has like clearly been used up, but there is some of it at the very bottom, and there is it is still warm. Yes.
Nope, I don't like that at all. Okay. I'm gonna let our host know that we're on our way out the door. And then I'm going to turn and I'm going to go follow in Matilda. This isn't the let me stealth up and see if I can catch her in the act of something. It's exactly what I'm doing, but I'm posing it as a, hey, we're getting ready to leave. I just wanted to say bye.
So you follow her to through a door that leads to some sort of a back area. There's like a little bit of like a kitchen area there, and you see her like standing over a sink. And you approach her, and as you approach her, she sort of like gets startled, and she turns around. Roll me again on and you succeed on a 5.
Okay. I hit a 1.
Okay, so she just composes herself very quickly, and so you tell her that you're leaving, right?
Yeah. Hey, Matilda, thank you for everything. We're getting ready to head out. I just wanted to let you know in case you wanted to lock the front door. And I'm going to do a big sweep. Can I see a lamb anywhere? A lamb's body? Anything?
No, it seems like a fairly regular kitchen for a bar area. She just says thank you, and she seems to have composed herself pretty swiftly. So whatever reaction she had, she managed to hide it competently.
Yeah.
And then she just thanks you for your patronage. And now she's sort of she's going towards you, a gesture suggesting that she's leading you towards the exit, and she's showing all of you to the exit.
Okay. I can't wait to get to the car.
Now that she's out and she's in the main room with all of you, you can all roll a d10, and you pass on 6s except for Sam. You're also good at reading people, so you pass on a 5.
Oh,
Got an 8.
that.
Got an 8 also.
Nice.
Ooh, I got a 10.
Let's go.
Okay, so
Unless it's a 0.
So no, it's a 10. So all of you notice that that woman has very recently wiped tears off her face. There is still a little. She tries to hide it, but there's a little bit of redness around her eyes, and she is just showing you to the exit.
So, bath. And I turn, notice it, walk out the door. None of my business.
Good night, Matilda. Thank you.
Good night, she says, and goes back behind the bar.
And, yeah, I'm not going to fool around with anybody's front door or anything this time. I'm just going to get in the van.
So we think she'd been chopping onions. Is that what she'd been doing? Because with the crying.
Well, there is also, I'm sure, local politics that she's not happy about.
Yeah,
She didn't seem particularly happy with the guy that was here.
Yeah, the cultist, which is traditionally a strong word, maybe got lost in translation, but
that was a word choice, right? Not priest, not minister, she specified cult, not preacher, cult. That's
she did. She did. I noticed that as well, and I don't like it at all. Don't like it a bit.
Yeah, well, technically every religion in the world is a cult. So let us put it out of our minds. Let's go ahead and get it to the cabin, get a nice shower in, and rest, because, hey, we got slopes to hit tomorrow. We've already had our mulled wine for the night. And I want to get a nice, good roaring fireplace going.
You know what? I like that idea. I like that idea because it will be warm and comforting, and because nothing can come down the chimney if the fire is blazing up it. And I like all those things. Let's go do it.
There was that scene in The Birds where they remembered to do that.
right. Oh God.
Right. It's amazing the things you can learn from ridiculous Hollywood movies.
I'm going to slide into the driver's seat. I'm going to turn the engine on, assuming all of that operates still functionally. I'm going to head us towards the cottage. I am going to mention as we're backing out, just as a note, that blood in the bucket was still warm as I'm backing us up.
Did you see anything in the kitchen?
No, and I was looking. I don't know. I just assumed that there would be like, a lamb in a sink or something. But no, it looked like but it looked like a standard kitchen. But that blood was warm, guys.
They invented werewolves in France. Loup Garou. Just saying.
Well, that would explain the influence in New Orleans with the Rougarous as well as werewolves.
That's fair. Hey, and this is as I'm driving up the road. Let's just have a quick, honest conversation as a family. At what point are we going to continue down this path as if nothing is wrong? Because help me if I'm wrong, David. Is that not like the start of every horror movie? You get a bunch of kids in a secluded woods and everything looks wrong and they just go, everything's fine. At what point are we going to hit the no point and no return? Can we talk about that as a family?
And really specifically, as far as I understand, we're driving to a cabin in the woods.
In the woods, correct.
Yeah.
With a local cult.
Yeah.
Blood in buckets, crying women, and big black books.
None of this is good.
I think we may be already doomed. I think we may be in big trouble.
The moment we got out of the van to get the key.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to be as intelligent as humanly possible, right? We're going to build a big fire in the fireplace so nothing can come down the chimney. We're going to push furniture in front of the doors, and we're going to do everything we can to secure the windows, and we're going to make sure the power is on so that we can turn on all the lights and not turn them off at all, ever, and sleep with a sleeping mask. And we're going to do everything that people in horror movies don't do, and we're going to be fine.
Well, as a general rule, you should put furniture in front of the door just in case you have anybody trying to break into your room.
Of course. I always have a doorstop in my bag.
Yeah, never trust the actual door locks that they put in any hotel location.
No, never. Always carry a doorstop in your overnight bag. Always.
As a point of clarity, the intelligent thing to do would be to turn our asses around and go fucking back to Paris. But because I'm naive, everything Vivian said makes total sense to me.
As you're going forward instead of backwards and discussing your brilliant security strategy, you drive slowly up the icy road past the church. The church is mostly steeped in darkness. The sun has mostly set now. It's an old wooden, fairly small church. Shape-wise, it just looks like an old Catholic church. So it's like a long wooden building with like a tower at the back. With one exception that makes it stand out from most of churches you've seen is that the windows are boarded up. And it looks quite shoddy and a little bit derelict. And also behind the church, you notice there's an expanse of a graveyard. You notice just the shapes, which isn't surprising per se. People of Briançon need to be buried somewhere, and usually beside the church is a fairly common location. So the presence of the graveyard itself isn't particularly alarming, maybe beyond the general ominous vibes of the situation. There also, behind the church, there is also further down the road at the exit of the village, there is also a tiny store that has a sign showing that there's a payphone in there, and that is pretty much it for the whole village. You have now seen everything Briançon as a village has to offer. You are now driving into the woods up a steep and narrow mud road that is, at this point, frozen solid. The pine trees are coated with snow. There is full moon glowing between their crowns. It's dark and dead silent, bar an occasional hoot of an owl somewhere deeper in the woods. And as you wind your way up that road, pretty much as Matilda says, it takes about 10 minutes to get all the way up there. You arrive at an open gate. It's sort of just a wiry fence, kind of shoddy. Behind it, you can see shapes of several wooden cottages. One of them has a car parked outside, and there are lights in that cottage. And you see there's a man walking across that field. He's carrying a bucket of wood with him, and he spots you, and he sort of just like waves at you, and comes towards you. You notice that he couldn't be like older than you. He's probably similar age, maybe even a bit younger than most of you. He introduced himself as Ames. He's in his like early 20s. There's a bush of curly hair all around his pudgy face, and he speaks loudly with a strong American accent. So there is a bit of recognition there, and you notice that he's definitely an American tourist here. He introduces him and says, "Hey, I Ames. Who are you? Are you also tourists here?"
Yes, we are. That's Rebecca. That's my brother David. That's Vivian. And then there's Adam here as well. We're here to get some skiing done over at the
same
resort.
Man. Like, well, I'm here with my girlfriend Janice. We're just staying in cottage number 1. He points at the cottage where like the lights are on and the car is parked. We have just arrived, and we're also like planning to hit the slopes tomorrow. Can't wait for it. Like this place is awesome, man. If you want to come by our cottage later, we can have some drinks. Just feel free. We'll be there. But I'll leave you to it. I'll leave you to unpack. Have a good time.
Where'd you get the wood at?
Oh yeah, sure. So like there is this shack there. He points, and you can actually see there's like by the fence there's a little shack in the shadows. So you can pick up the wood for the fireplace from there, and they have like an electric box. It's all labeled, so we just like flick a switch for your cottage, whatever your cottage number is, and you're good.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go put the fire in the fireplace now, but feel free to come by later and we can have some wine.
Cool.
Have a good time.
David, Fred, let's go get the wood and get the power on. Why don't you two go ahead and start getting the door open and air it out for us?
Yeah, sure.
To Vivian and Rebecca.
That sounds great. Let's go.
Yep. Wood, electricity, improvised weaponry. Sure.
Improvised weaponry.
Okay, so the cottage number 2 is the biggest cottage around here. It is a little bit closer than the shack, so I'm gonna start with that.
Okay.
You arrive at your. It is Rebecca and Vivian at the cottage, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a wooden building. It clearly hasn't been renovated in ages, but it has a certain rustic alpine charm, sort of similar to the vibes of the bar that you were in a moment ago. The centerpiece of the spacious living room is a fireplace with a taxidermy deer head and an old hunting rifle hanging above it. There's a big couch. There's a set of armchairs that fill up the space, and all the furniture is like it's a fair bit worn out, but it's cozy. And there's also like a way upstairs to a corridor. Do you want to go upstairs or do you want to stay downstairs for now?
Let's stay downstairs for now. I want to figure out what are the kitchen facilities.
Yeah, there is a kitchen. There's like pots and pans. It's quite well equipped. Things are old, but they seem to be decent quality. And the rest of you are making your way towards the little shack with where the wood and the electric boxes. And as you're walking in that direction, you see that you pass a little bit in the distance. There's another cottage, another hut, and there's a short man standing in front of it and just watching you. He's not making any gestures, not waving at you, nothing. But you can tell that he's definitely watching you. He's observing you as you walk towards the cottage.
Well, I'll wave to him. I think I overheard. Yeah, I think I overheard Rebecca talking to Marguerite, that's the groundskeeper and that's her brother.
Her brother, yeah.
Don't get eye contact. Don't get eye contact. Don't wave.
Just wave.
Oh, you waved.
You wave at him, and at first he doesn't react at all. But after a couple of seconds, he sort of very timidly raises one arm and one hand and sort of gives you a very brief, more of a wiggle of a hand than a wave, and then just puts it back down and keeps staring at you.
Come on, let's get the things going. Let's get that fire going, nice and warm.
Did you? I'm not looking over that way because I don't want to make eye contact. But did he have was there stuff on his door?
Yeah, It's too dark right now, and we're at a distance. Just focus on getting the power on. I'm sure that's going to make Becca feel much more comfortable.
Yeah, sure.
If you wanted to, you could see if there's anything painted on his door, but you would need to approach. At this point, it's too dark to see from the distance. You would definitely need to be in a conversational distance to see if there's anything on his door.
No, don't want to get that close. Okay, so I'll power and wood and fire.
So you arrive at the little shack, and you see there's like it's basically a shed, really. Inside there are like stacks of wood, a couple of metal buckets. There's a power supply box with, and you can see there are controls for it. There's like 5 cottages here. 4 of them are turned off. Cottage number 1 is the only one that has the switch flipped on. And tucked in the corner is also like a sort of like a little like shoddy workshop bench with some like usual tools.
I'll flip the electricity for our cabin, but then I will go and just kind of look at the tools and go, I could use these. I could make I could make traps. I could put planks and put nails through the planks and then put them by the doors.
So you flip the switch and go towards the workbench, and as you flip the switch back in the cottage, you hear like a sort of a zooming sound of electricity turning on, and the light switches on. So clearly the boys have succeeded in their mission of getting the electricity working. It's still quite cold in here. There clearly isn't any other heating than the fireplace, but the electricity is working. And meanwhile, in the storage shack, David, you approach the little workbench. Under the workbench, there actually is a trap. There's like an old, a little bit rusty, but like, still functional bear trap. There's also like, a bucket of nails. There are like hammers. There's a screwdriver. There's like, generally like there's a toolbox. Most of these things are quite old, but like they're definitely functional, and anyone with like a little bit of like a handyman's energy and skill would be able to work with that comfortably.
Okay, so Sam, I'm just going to borrow these, for in case, so I don't have to come back if there's any last minute repairs that needs to be done on the cabin.
I'm just letting up a long slice, like, okay, whatever makes you comfortable. Do we need to also get the night lights out? I think we packed them just in case.
Okay, yeah.
Adam, just come on, load up with the wood. Come on, big guy.
Okay. And I'll shove everything, a few tools into my rucksack and go. It's not stealing if you plan to return it, right?
If you plan to return it.
I'm not even paying attention to it. I'm piling Adam up with the wood and then grabbing up my own little bundle. Come on, let's get going. We need to get that place warm.
You have definitely not stolen the tools because you plan to return them.
That's all it takes.
You do have them with you.
100%.
Yeah. The intentions are good, and you also have 2 buckets of wood for the fireplace. So you're ready to fire up the fireplace. So do you just go back to your cottage?
Yeah.
I think I'm getting to the door, and I turn around and I just look at that bear trap, rusty, full of tetanus, and go, oh, I can't not. And I'm just going to go back and shove that in my back.
You can't not. No way you don't take it with you. Come on now. That would be criminal.
Literally a gift bear trap, which you did not look in the mouth.
Why would the narrator put the bear trap there if he didn't want you to take it? So you pick up the bear trap as well as the tools and some wood. So you're like a little bit overburdened with all that you're carrying, but all of those things feel essential to you. So you're back on your way. The little weird man from the cottage, who you identified as Matilda's brother, went back inside, but you can see his silhouette in the window. There's like light in his cottage, so you can see that like he's still watching, but maybe he got cold or something. Anyway, he's watching from the comfort of his little hut. You go back to the cottage. You reconvene at the cottage. There's an upstairs you haven't visited yet. Downstairs the lights are on. You can also load the fireplace with the fire. You can start unpacking. You can do whatever you want.
Well, I'm going to start getting a fire going in the main fireplace. Then I'm going to see where the state of the hot water tanks are. Or do I need to light a fire under them to also get some water boiling? Because if they're a long travel, I want a nice warm shower.
So there is no bathroom downstairs, so you make your way upstairs after getting the fire started. Also, two things I forgot from the toolbox that you borrowed with the intention of giving back. There's also an axe in there, and there's a pair of walkie-talkies that you can tell like are still working. So there's a bit more gear than I initially mentioned. Sorry about that. And yeah, you're starting a fire. Above the fireplace, as you're leaning there, you notice there are two pictures on the hanging on the wall. On one of them, there is you can see the familiar silhouette of the church that you passed maybe 15-20 minutes ago, the one in Briançon. The picture is signed Briançon 1924. There would be nothing unusual about it if not for a man in front of the church who looks suspiciously similar to the man who introduced himself as Xavier earlier. Though, of course, this couldn't be him because that picture is dated 101 years from now. Must be some sort of family. Anyway, an oddity you spotted. And there's another picture that you can recognize as taken inside Plein Lune, the bar that you left a little bit ago. There's a couple there with two children, a boy at the age of like maybe 10, and a girl that is slightly younger. So take a look, you can recognize that the baby girl in the picture is actually Matilda, the woman from the bar. And the picture is signed Plein Lune in 1978.
Okay.
Who was going towards the corridor? It was Sam, right? So towards the
Yeah,
the
Sam's
upstairs.
going up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking to check on the water supply.
Okay, so you're on a little landing between the ground floor and the first story, and there's like an attic hatch right above you, which you notice because you sort of like immediately put your eyes up as you hear like a notice of like something breaking above you. So you look up and you see there's an attic hatch right there. Other than that, the stairs just lead to a corridor. It has 5 doors to the sides. So you assume these are probably bedrooms, and at the end of the door, you see there's like at the end of the corridor, there's like an open bathroom.
I look up at the sound from above. Yeah, probably just squirrels, and then I will continue on towards the bathroom to check it.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah, you continue to the bathroom. It's small but functional. It has all you need in a bathroom. It has a small bathtub. As you inspect it, you notice the lock is broken, which is not ideal in terms of convenience and privacy, but like you can close the door. It's just like the lock doesn't lock. There's like a broken off the latch, so it's not gonna properly lock. But that's it. So you are now fully booked in, fully accommodated on your dream weekend escapade.
Yep. Once I check it, I'll start heading back down as the fire is probably starting to warm up the place and say, the bathroom door is locked. And I think we got squirrels up in the attic.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
What if they're were squirrels? What if they come for our nuts?
David.
What? I'm just on edge. Look, I'm going to check all the windows and doors down here lock properly. Just entrances and exits. Because if anything's broken, then they're going to screw us out of the deposit. Right, so you have to do an inventory when you arrive.
Yep, David, that's an excellent idea. You should check all of the doors, all of the windows, and then I'm just going to do a big, wide, obnoxious step over the bear trap and just act like I don't see it. Are we gonna go have drinks?
As you step over the bear trap, hear a sound. You all hear a sound like echoing around the woods and the mountains of wolves howling outside.
Oh God!
Wow!
Whoa!
They still have wolves in this area.
I never heard of it in real life before.
No, I haven't either.
Well, there's something about their conservation work. That's impressive.
It sure is.
It sounds just like in the movies.
Wow. I need to see if I can get a recording of that. And then I'm going to hop back over the bear trap. I'm going to go to the front door. I'm going to swing it open. And I'm just going to get my phone and I'm just going to start recording to see if I can capture that sound effect again. Hopefully they howl again.
So the moment you swing open the door, you pick up your phone, you press on the voice recorder, and the first sound that is recorded is, instead of the wolves, you hear a piercing, high-pitched shriek coming somewhere from the side of where the cottage of the other couple was. You hold up your phone to record the magnificent sound of nature, of the howling of the wolves echoing around the mountains, but instead you capture this piercing, high-pitched shriek of a sounds like a woman, but it's really hard to say because it is just shrieking. And now you sort of like instinctively look around towards where the noise is coming, and you see someone is running towards you from that direction.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's dark outside and I can't see us. Guys, someone's screaming. Someone's coming. I think she might be hurt.
You can, now that you sort of like focus your vision and listen, you can definitely tell that like the person running towards you and the person screaming are definitely the same person.
Are they screaming in that I'm running away from a thing, or screaming as in I'm running towards you to murder you?
I don't know, David. I'm not an interpreter of screams.
Okay.
Okay.
Go back her up.
I'm super empathetic and naive. I'm gonna run towards her.
You put all of your empathy into reading that scream, and it definitely sounds like a terrified scream.
Yeah,
is how you would interpret that if you were a scream interpreter, a scream whisperer.
As a scream whisperer, I recognize that these are terrified screams. I take my statement back. I was just stressed and I yelled at David for no reason, and I apologize. I'm naive and I put people's needs in the front of my own, so I'm going to run towards her because she may be injured and I might be able to help encourage her return to us. So I'm going to head out into the snow after her because that's a smart move.
Guided by your empathy, you just run out towards her, and you notice, now that you get closer, you see it's a petite woman in her early 20s. You can see that like tears are streaming down her face. She's trying to speak. She sort of like falls to her knees. You don't see anything like, you don't see any signs of injury. She's like, no, not bleeding or anything like that. So like, it doesn't seem like she's injured, at least like not in any way that is immediately visible to you. She's trying to like speak to you, sort of like on her knees, like grabbing you, and she's like, please help, please. Someone hurt Ames. It hurt Ames.
Okay. We'll come on. Let's get you inside. We can't be outside. Did you hear the wolves? Come on. We'll help you. We will, but we can't be out here right now.
She's sort of in a state of stupor, so you like guide her gently back towards your cottage, and you can just like guide her with not much of a problem. She doesn't put up any resistance, but she just keeps repeating, please help Ames. I think Ames is hurt. She's also you can tell that she's in complete shock. She's terrified and she's also shocked.
Okay, this is her name is Janice, right? Didn't
Yes,
Ames tell us that her name was Janice? All right, I'm gonna come up beside Rebecca, and I'm gonna sit in front of this terrified woman, and try to be like, okay, you said Ames is hurt. Where is Ames?
He's in our cottage. She just sort of like points with like a shaking hand towards the cottage. So like, you saw the cottage, you know where it is. That's where the car was parked in front of, and that's where Ames was heading.
Okay, I'm gonna get the first aid kit because I'm absolutely positive I packed a first aid kit.
You know you did. Yep.
Of course.
Yeah, I don't. 4 books and a first aid kit for a weekend. That's me.
That's all you need, boo boo.
So I'm gonna get the first aid kit, and is the power on in their cottage? Did we notice?
Yeah, the light were on, so you know there is.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna head over there. Does anyone want to come with me?
Adam, go with her. She'll need someone to maybe lift.
Yeah, Adam should go with you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. He's the strong, silent type.
Yeah. So
I'll bring a glass of water over to Rebecca with Janice.
Yeah. So Vivian, I'm going to shut the door, and I need you to do the special knock when you get back, so we know it's you. Otherwise, I'm not going to open it. Which
special knock do you want me to use, hon?
The special one that we have.
The most special one?
Yeah, the very special. Yeah, use the very special one, not just the special one, because other people might guess that one.
That's awesome. I will do that. Okay,
great.
You don't forget to breathe, okay? Remember, like we talked about, you breathe from your belly. It's going to be fine. Okay.
Mhm.
I'll be right back.
Slam.
So it is. The door is like you agree on the course of action. The door just slams in your face. So it is Vivian and Adam. And is there anyone else going over to the first college?
No.
Okay, so the two of you, the Vivian and the strong silent jock type Adam, you make your way towards the cottage number one. And as you start walking towards there, you see that like the lights were definitely on when you arrived at first. Now they're off. There's no lights, but there's still a car parked outside. You approach the college. So the first thing you see, you cannot see anything from the outside because the lights are off. But you see that it's not even that the doors are open. There is no doors. There is just like pieces of wood hanging off the hinges, but the door has been like exploded or torn apart. There is like the door is utterly completely destroyed, and there's like a gaping darkness inside. Meanwhile, in cottage number two, Janice just sat down on one of the armchairs, and she's just shaking and sobbing, completely like out of it.
Okay, Janice, please, hey, tell us what you remember. Tell us everything that you can so that we can help him. And I'm going to try to be empathetic enough, relatable enough to try to ground her to at least help her get past some of this if I can.
So you start speaking to her, you start to calm her down a little bit. She's obviously still very much shaken. Her voice is shaking. She's terrified. Her eyes are huge and like red from all the sobbing. She's talking. She's saying like, we were ready to go to sleep. We turned off the lights, and then something bust in, and then got James and Ames, and I just like ran to get help. But I think he might be hurt. She's like the more. You get her to a point where she can speak, but then when she starts speaking, she eventually sort of gets her back in a state of frenzy. She's very, very upset.
No, you did great, Janice. You did so great, and we're sending help over there now. Okay, we're good. I'm back.
Please help him. She's pleading with you.
I'm gonna wind up bundling this girl up.
Meanwhile, in cottage one, do you enter?
Yes, I'm gonna hope that Adam has a flashlight, and that's what, and if not, then we'll turn on the car's headlights. That's what we'll do. Then we'll be able to see inside.
So yes, Adam has a flashlight with him, so he just takes it out and he points it to the entrance of cottage one, and you see like first thing you see is just like a pool of blood in the middle of the room, and there's like furniture is like strewn everywhere. It's like pieces of furniture is like broken up, like someone like tried to like burgle the place, but like very, very violently. It's like everything like there's like pictures torn off the walls. There are like pieces of furniture broken into pieces, all strewn into different corners of the room, and as Adam is sort of stationary, just like taking the flashlight over the inside of the cottage, and then sort of like following the trail of blood from the middle of the room, you notice like someone in a heap in a bloody heap in one of the corners of the room.
Okay, let's go check him out. First thing, let's see if it's Ames, because we did see his face. So
you approach and you try not to step into any blood. You notice there doesn't seem to be any other presence in this cottage. You approach the person bundled in the corner, and you see this is indeed Ames. You can easily recognize him, but he's gravely wounded. You can see his limbs are broken, his flesh has been torn apart and is like sticking out. You can roll me a you're good with like survival and general knowledge, so you can roll me a 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 4 exactly.
Bam.
So there's like claw and fang marks on his body, as if like he looks like he has been attacked by some sort of large animal, and he's still breathing but very, very shallowly. He manages to just like force himself to look up at you. He whispers to you, "Help, Alice," and then he just like he closes his eyes and stops breathing. You expect the worst.
Oh, my stars. we can't help this guy. We can't help this guy, Adam. We gotta. Oh my God, we've got to go back to town and tell somebody. All right, I'll take Adam with me. We'll go back over to our cabin, and I am not going to tell Janice, but I am going to call. I know that Rebecca is very involved with Janice right now, paying her a lot of attention. So I will try to get Sam's attention and try to, get him to come to the door, and so that I can tell someone what's going on.
You start towards the exit from this cottage. Meanwhile, in cottage number 2, the door flies off the hinges. The door just explodes into splinters. There are pieces of it flying everywhere, and momentarily, in a blur, a gigantic towering creature appears in the doorframe, squeezes through the doorframe. It's covered in gray fur, all wet from the snow. Its hands are tipped with razor-sharp yellowish claws. It has a head of a wolf, fangs bare and dripping with flesh blood. So whoever of you called werewolves, absolutely
hate everybody so much for that bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it seems to be at first focusing its gaze on Janice, and she just starts screaming and collapses on the floor on her knees.
Okay, situation check. Who all is in this room with me right now? Just so I have crystal clarity. It's me, Janice, and who else is here?
David and Sam. You're probably next to Janice. I think I'm in the kitchen trying to start boiling hot water.
Okay.
Where's David?
Yeah,
where's David?
I've been playing. I'm in the room with you, just playing with the bear trap, just trying to get it kind of
yes,
without losing a finger or getting tetanus.
Okay, so this thing burst through the room. I scream at the top of my lungs, and I think my very first action to do, if I was comforting Janice on this couch and she just fell to her knees, is there a way that I can grab her and tumble her backwards onto the other side of the couch? I know this isn't going to do much, but she's on the ground. I'm not going to be able to get her up and run at this point. The best I can do is try to cover her. So the goal is just to try to tumble with the couch and her, or fall off the couch and just tumble onto her. I'll take either. I don't care.
Okay, roll me a 7.
Oh, guys, that's a high DC.
You can do it. You can do it.
Oh, shit, I hit a 9. Let me make sure I'm looking at it right. Yes, I hit a 9.
So you react instinctively. You just grab her as she's sort of falling to her knees. Just grab her and fall back behind the couch, and the both of you just roll behind the couch.
Yes.
So there's currently, and you drop to the floor. So currently you cannot see the creature, the werewolf, just because you're so close behind the couch. So there's no clear line of sight. You would need to peek out for that, or she would need to peek out for that. Which currently leaves David as the only person in the room with the monster, and also. Vivian and naturally Adam, you hear a scream coming this time from your cottage.
Okay.
As you walk out onto the snow.
Is there anything within arm's length, like a chair leg or another broken piece of furniture, anything that I can use as an improvised weapon?
Yeah, there's a chair leg. Yeah, there's a chair leg.
Okay.
There's also an umbrella.
Okay.
And it's all about the umbrella, guys.
But yeah, and head back over as fast as I can.
So you and Adam sprint back towards the cottage number 2, where you're meant to be staying, currently sharing that accommodation with a werewolf. So switching the focus to David, as the Rebecca and Janice have sort of tumbled behind the couch. Sam is still in the kitchen boiling water. So you now come face to face with this gigantic towering creature that turns its attention to you.
I think I'm going to bravely start screaming, like really high pitch.
So bravely.
Quite piercing. And I think I just start backing away, but then trip over my own laces and I fall backwards. But I have got the bear trap open, just with it kind of resting face up on my chest while I'm screaming.
Oh my God.
So you're like backing off and like sort of like tripping over your own legs, holding up a bear trap, as this obviously is the way to use it against the werewolf.
Yeah.
And meantime, the beast sort of leans over, stands on four legs, and is like gearing up to jump on you. And it is like in this moment just trying to jump and pin you down. Do you want to like try to dodge or anything like that?
And then I'm just gonna, which is like a bad idea because I understand these things are heavy. I'm just gonna throw the bear trap. Like, it's not a plan. It's just throw the bear trap in its face and go, bad doggy, down.
In that case, you will need to roll a 10 for this to succeed and do something.
Sure. That's a 2.
What's that a
10? You fling a bear trap at a werewolf flying towards you, and it just pushes it away. You see like it's this heavy metal. It's like it was like a toy. It just like pushes it away. The bear trap flies across the room, bounces over the wall and onto the floor, and the werewolf just pushes all of the air out of your lungs as it like lands on you and pushes you to the ground. And now you see it's like gigantic jaws sort of like snapping and opening right in front of your face. Sam, the water is boiling. You're in the kitchen here, screaming and breaking furniture and exploding things.
Peeked around the corner, immediately gone back, grabbed the pot of water, and I'm coming back and flinging it onto the werewolf.
Who's on me? This can't go wrong.
No, it's going to be fine. This scenario is going to be called The Things We Threw at the Werewolf.
Yeah, I'm flinging the water. I'm holding onto the pot.
Okay, so you just pick up a pot of boiling water right off the stove. Approach the beast, now leaning over your brother and like trying to bite off his face. The space is so small that
and throw it.
The place is so small that there's not even really a space for you to miss. So you just like sort of like push this pot of boiling water towards the beast. The water covers it, and it like howls in terrible pain and like backs off for a second and like gets off David for a moment. And now it's like writhing in pain, but now it is quickly starting to like, it is clearly in pain, but it is composing itself and focusing its anger.
Fireplace! Get to the fireplace!
On you, Sam. And now, Vivienne and Adam, you are sprinting, you're out of breath, you arrive at where door was meant to be, but now it's just pieces of wood and hinges, sticking out of the frame. And you notice this giant towering beast facing David and Sam. You definitely heard Rebecca screaming earlier, but her and Janice are nowhere to be seen at the moment.
Knowing Rebecca, she somehow got the lady who was semi-catatonic out of this situation, which I am not surprised at a bit. I'm going to try to turn the chair leg so that the splintered end is forward and try to overhand double-handed stab it in the back while it's facing away from me.
It's facing away from you, like you said, so you have a fairly decent chance of hitting it. Let's say you roll a 6. You need to roll a 6 to hit it.
Okay.
I love the mechanical simplicity.
8.
Yes.
8.
Yes.
You just like pull all of your courage and strength together. Courage in one hand and strength in the other, holding the broken off chair leg. Approach the monster and just stick the chair leg right into its back. It pierces its skin. It arches its back and screams in pain. Sort of swings around so one of its arms hits you, like it throws you to the ground. You try to roll away, and then like the beast is like there's blood gushing out of its back. There's a chair leg sticking out of it. So it's not sort of like sounds more like a wounded dog than like a wolf, and it like gets on all fours and like sprints out of your cottage and disappears in the darkness.
Thank God. Okay.
There was a. Did you see? It was a werewolf. It was like an actual werewolf, and it tried to
barricade the door. Adam, grab the couch. Help me. We got to barricade the door.
Okay.
There's no door left, Sam. There's no door left.
So we need something in the doorway.
No,
Grab the
listen.
couch.
Listen, we need to go to one of the places that still has a door. We need to either go to the shed or to the caretaker's shack, right? Right?
It blew through that door. It sounds like it blew through the other door. Doors don't matter.
Doors don't matter. You're probably right.
But what about doors with blood sickles? Would that matter?
That might matter.
Probably.
That might matter.
But where are we going to find fresh blood?
In the other cabin.
Grab what you need. Grab weapons. We'll go to one of their cabins and we'll put a symbol on the door.
Yeah.
Guys, do we know if there's more than 2? I thought there were just 2 up here.
We don't.
There's more cabins. There were gesture to David. You saw the other power switches. Not worried about the power, but there was other cabins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's other cabins.
Janice is slowly getting up from the floor, and she's facing you, Vivienne, and she's asking very weakly. She's saying very weakly. That's what attacked Ames. What's going on with him?
Uh-oh.
We need to keep moving, people. Come on.
Yeah, let's get to be safe. Let's get ourselves safe, and I will tell you later, okay? Let's go be safe.
Is he hurt? Is he okay?
Let's go take care of ourselves right now, okay? We'll talk about it when we're safe.
She's too weak and too shocked to be able to protest, but she's like pulling her arm and she's like, let's go to the village. Let's get help there. We have to go to the village.
I'm not sure anyone in the village will help us.
But
other option is we get in the car now and
we can just
drive
out of here.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And there was a payphone. Do you remember?
We don't have time to stop for that. Let's just get the fuck out of the village. We're either getting in the vans and getting out of the village or getting into one of the cabins and putting a mark on the door. One of the two. We can only do one.
You hear howling echoing around the woods and mountains again.
We need to get moving, people.
I like not being here, but also dogs like chasing cars. So maybe we're just going to be more tempting on the road. I don't know what to do.
We're going to one of the cabins. Just grab the stuff.
Okay.
Grab anything you can to defend yourself with. We're going to the cabin.
I grab up my rucksack and I run to the door, and then I stop and I run back and I pick up the bear trap and I run to another cabin.
So there's a couple of cottages here. Most of them are like steeped in complete darkness. There is one where there are lights on. This is a very small hut where you saw the short man earlier. Do you want to like go to one of the dark ones or go towards where the man was?
I like the idea of going to where the local lives because they are less likely to kill one of their own if we hide with him.
They might have some information too.
And
assuming he's not the werewolf.
Or summon the werewolf.
I mean, we don't know anything. But if he's a local and he's not a werewolf, they're probably not going to kill him. So that's my logic.
Now,
but we don't know.
Here's a question. Is the keeper's cabin off from the rest of the cabins? Like it's a separate location? Because if we go there, we've gotten very little places to run to the other cabins.
It is not too far from them. Like the buildings are sort of like equally, more or less, spaced from each other. So, and he's was just one of them. So it's a little bit to the side of like the entire like ground of the of this resort, so to speak. But it is not much further from the other cottages than yours is.
Okay. So on to the keeper's cabin.
Yeah. I like it.
I think during that whole conversation, David's just been running from the empty cabin towards the other cabin and just wait. All right. Oh, we're going this one now. Okay, right.
You approach David. David, you approached one of them. You pressed on the doorknob, and it's definitely locked. Then you notice the rest of the group is approaching the one with the lights on. So you approach the one with the lights on, and you see that the same man you saw earlier is just like he's inside, peeking out at the window at you. Is
there the symbol on the door?
Yes, this is the only cottage hut that has a symbol on the door.
Yes. I feel better. I don't.
Bam. Let us in, please.
Sir, please.
He he opens the door and he stands at the threshold. You can see he's a hunched, maybe not quite elderly, but on the elder side of middle age, definitely, with streaks of gray hair, several missing teeth. They're like, eyes. His eyes are flickering wildly. He looks quite uneasy, and when he starts speaking, he's kind of like mumbling, and his English is also like quite rudimentary. So he's not the most communicative person out there, but he's you can tell that he's very, very stressed and very, very scared.
Yeah.
And he's just as the hunt has begun. The hunt has begun. The wolves are out until morning.
You know what? Let's just bowl him over. We're coming inside and we're shutting the door.
Yeah.
I'm just going to shout, Je voudrais not die, s'il vous plaît, and just
not die, s'il vous plaît. I need to put it on a t-shirt.
You try to push through him into his hut. His hut is very tiny, by the way. Like, you could probably all squeeze in there, but it is literally just like one room with like a kitchenette and a small bedroom. So if you were all in there, it is going to be a very tight squeeze.
That's peachy. We're going to have a great time.
We're going to be so close. We're going to be like a family.
We're going to love not dying all together in this tiny room. It's going to be awesome.
We're hand over hand moving the bed in front of the door to give it more bracing.
For now, you start push through him, but like as you want to walk in, he he blocks the door with like he's quite short, so like he blocks it with his like tiny frame, but like the door is also small and narrow, so he's doing his best to block the path, and he just keeps saying, "Sylvain can let you come in. Sylvain can let you come in. They would kill me. They would kill Sylvain. They would kill Mathilde."
Wait, what?
Shit.
What?
Sylvain cannot help you. Not allowed.
The customs.
You're not, but we're forcing our way in. You are not helping us.
We've taken you hostage.
So you just want to like sort of push him aside.
Adam, line drive.
Wait, Adam, wait. Nah, just let him go. I'm naive.
Yeah. Adam, walk in, pick the
Adam
guy
just
up.
does his thing. The silent dog without the words just bulldozes through the man. The man starts like screaming, and he's like, "No, you can't do that. You make your way inside. All of you are now like squeezed inside very tightly inside the room,
and barricade the door as much as we can."
Now that we're on a really cramped space, I guess now's a good time to mention that when the monster had me kind of pinned to the floor, it was really weird. It pissed on my pants. Just in case you're wondering what the smell is, it's dog piss.
It's definitely dog piss. It's not you.
Dog piss.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
You did not wet the bed again. You have a record to keep.
As you squeeze in and try to start moving, like there's like a bed and a cupboard here and like an old wardrobe. It takes a lot of skill to be able to, like, with all of you in here, to actually move things around. So it's a bit of a slow process. But as you do this, Sylvain just screams, "No, no, no," and he like runs out.
Slam the door behind him. Seal it.
Okay. Yes, no, good if they can't get in, but if they can get in, like it. I look around. Are there any other exits?
There's a window that is next to the door. It is a very tiny hut, and now you're sort of like you moved a bed to be like in front of the door, and you lean a wardrobe against the door to make it harder to move. There's barely space to breathe in the hut right now, and you hear a scrubbing sound outside, and you look out the window and you see that like Sylvain is just like picking up snow with he's completely panicked. That man is utterly terrified, and he's trying to scrub the symbol of the door.
Crap.
Well, that's rude.
That is super rude. I don't even know what to make of that right now.
Pull the wardrobe, standing on the bed. Is there any type of like weaponry inside the house? Knife or something like that?
Yeah. There's like a little kitchenette. There's a butcher's knife there. There's a regular knife there.
So
there's like
Sam
a
is
little
grabbing
bit of cutlery and
is grabbing the largest knife possible,
Yeah.
pushing the wardrobe open, pulling the door open as much as he can, and he will swipe at Sylvan
Okay.
to get him
roll
away from the
me-
door.
Yeah, roll me an 8. The 8 isn't really for getting him away from the door, it's for how fast you're able to do that. But like this is
Oh,
like
interesting.
the door is heavy, the bed is heavy, and it's a question of how fast you can actually get to him.
So D8 instead of a D10? Or is
You
it
roll a
8?
D10 and you need to roll at least an 8 to succeed.
That's a 9.
That's not very good. You just like frantically like push the wardrobe away. None of you had any idea that Sam actually had this physical strength and this kind of agility. He like throws the wardrobe back. He like pulls the bed that was blocking the door. Then he pushes the door. He pulls the door in and just like swings a butcher's knife wildly in the air to like push the man away. And the man. So you see that like he didn't manage to like break the symbol. The circle on the door is still whole. So you managed to get to him on time before he managed to actually scrap the circle or to break it. And he just like drops back. You can see that like he's crying, he's wailing, and he's like, please no. The hunt has begun, but they will hunt Sylvain now. I cannot help. They will kill me. They will kill my sister.
You could have warned us.
Désolé.
You could have helped us instead.
How do we survive the hunt?
He's
How do we
just-
survive the night?
Run. You have to run. Run away. You can. Oh, it's all about the book. You can ask Matilda. She will tell you about the book.
The book that
Please.
Xavier.
Please let
Xavier
Sylvain
had?
back.
The book that Xavier had? Where's Xavier?
Xavier's book. He's one of them. He's hunting.
Shit.
But maybe he's still in the church. Please let me in. And you have to leave. They will kill me if you don't leave. I cannot help you. They will hunt me. They will hunt my sister.
Okay.
Okay. We could.
Okay. Let him in. Let him have his house. Let's go to the church. Let's see if we can find the book. If that's the way to really fix this. If it's not a matter of just surviving.
Destroy the book. If you destroy the book, all gone, all good.
Okay.
His English
Okay.
is quite rudimentary, but his messaging seems clear.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we have to do. If we don't do this, then it's going to be like this for the next poor slobs that come out here. We got to end this. Let's he's right. Let's find it. Let's find the book and destroy it.
Wait, can you
Before
take
we get-
one? Can you take one? Just one.
Can we leave Janice here? Yes.
Can you hide one? Just one.
But he's like, his eyes are like, flickering to the side. He's trying to figure out what to say. He's like all shaking. But are you going to take the book? Are you going to destroy the book?
We'll destroy the book. But
Yes,
we can't destroy
yes,
the
yes,
book
yes.
and try
Then
to take care of her, please. Just one.
Yes, she can stay. But only her. Only she can stay.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's do it.
Exchange
Sam's rolling his eyes
too
at
weak and too
this.
shocked to protest. She just like accepts her fate.
Sam rolls his eye. Oh, God. Okay, come on. To the van.
Okay.
To the van.
Ideologically, I have real issues with book burning. I just, want to go on the record here.
David.
But it feels like a not okay thing to do.
David, we do not have any Scooby snacks. Get in the fucking van.
Okay.
But bring the bear trap.
Yeah. Oh,
Exactly.
This is new Whoopi. He's like, I'll never put this down.
You bring the bear trap with you. Bring all of like whatever you had in hand. You just put your backpacks back on and you jump straight back into your van. Are you driving back to the village?
No, the church. Because we get to that first.
Yeah, but like the church is in the village, so like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to run over and just grab bits of the shattered door. And once I get in the passenger seat, I'm just going to be there kind of hammering nails through and just do my best to give everybody the world's crappiest clubs. But at least we'll have something.
You're as you're starting to drive, David is starting to put together makeshift nail clubs to be able to fight off whatever evil where awaited you down at the church. So you're starting to drive down the same winding, frozen mud road that you were driving up not that far long ago. About halfway down, you notice something blocking the path, and as you take a closer look, you see there's a dead deer lying in a pool of fresh blood.
Keep driving.
Yeah, just go around it.
Well, I'll go around it.
No, go over it.
We can't afford to break an axle to go around it.
What if we took the blood from the deer and we put it on all 5 doors, and then we just stayed in the van forever?
If we're going to do that, we're leaving this godforsaken town altogether.
I go around it and keep driving.
you slow down a little bit because it takes a little bit of careful maneuvering. It's a narrow road, so like trying to like maneuver around a dead deer without like crashing into a tree on a very icy road
while I'm super stressed.
While also super stressed, adrenaline is pumping. And as you are doing this, as you're sort of almost like behind the deer and almost back on the road, something just jumps out of the darkness in the woods, lands with a heavy thud and like this terrible noise of metal twisting and breaking right on the hood of the car. And now you're face to face with a werewolf. But you can see like the color of the fur is very slightly different than the previous one. So it's not the same one that you wanted earlier. It is howling and like, its jaws are snapping. It is looking right at you, and it's like right now it's sort of like raising its arm to try to like break through the glass.
Who's in the passenger seat?
David declared being in the passenger seat.
Then I'm reaching forward, grabbing the emergency brake and hitting it from the back seat so that we slam to a stop.
So you were like...
Because I do always wear my seatbelt.
Okay, you grab the handbrake, you pull it towards yourself from the back seat as hard as you can, and the car grinds to a halt on the slippery surface. But because you were like moving forward quite slowly, because you were still maneuvering your way around the deer, around the carcass of the deer, you didn't lose like that much speed. So like the car sort of like shakes, and it like the werewolf loses balance for a little bit, but there was not enough.
Then I release the brake. Floor it.
And if I can floor it, I can. Enough. I lost balance is enough for me to hopefully get by it.
Okay, so now you're like you release the brake. The werewolf is sort of like wobbling, trying to regain its balance, and you know like and now Rebecca, you just like absolutely like put the gas pedal down as hard as you can. There's like you can hear the engine revving to like maximum RPMs. There's like there's this sound of like the engine going, and also that you can clearly tell there is something wrong with the engine as this like massive monster is like standing on the hood, bending it in. But you roll forward. You move from this from a stop and roll me maybe 6. Well, given the circumstances, maybe a 7 to see if you can keep control of the car.
Ooh, I hit a 0, which to Tom's point, I'm pretty sure is not a 0, but a 10.
Yes, it is absolutely a 10. So like the car like drifts a little bit on the ice. It like turns a little bit to the sides and starts skidding down, but you manage to maneuver the wheel to get it back steady. You press the gas pedal and start going as fast as you can, and as you speed up, the werewolf loses balance and sort of rolls off the hood and back into the woods with a squeal, and you floor it and you go as fast as humanly possible down this winding road. Like you have never seen Rebecca drive this fast and this carelessly before, but somehow she absolutely like masterfully drives. Whatever adrenaline does to this woman is absolutely magnificent to observe. But as you're approaching the end of you're almost out of the woods, literally, perhaps less so metaphorically. You hear the sputtering of the engine. You see the rotations on the dashboard going down. You see the smoke going up from like the mangled hood. and the car and you can tell that you're losing power in the engine, like by the meter. You're sort of rolling towards the exit from the woods now, and the car just sort of now it's just sort of like rolling. There's like no engine power left at all. It's just rolling down the road, and you see like just gonna finish. You see the dark silhouette of the church right in front of you.
Oh, nice! We at least made it.
Can you put it in neutral and keep us rolling? Because we're going downhill.
Yeah. You could like that. There's like, in fairness, whatever gear you put it in is effectively neutral because the engine is definitely busted.
Done.
So like the car is just like rolling downhill.
We'll take it.
It is now rolling. Now it is rolling past this creepy looking church.
Can we roll it into the door of the church and knock the door down?
Or at least into the churchyard.
Yeah, you could. Good.
Yeah, let's do that. They broke our doors down.
They broke our doors. Yeah. Wait, shouldn't we go in like stealthily or something? As I'm like wondering whether we should hit the brakes or not.
Nah.
Do we have enough momentum to actually break the door?
That's yes question.
Is it the church is on ground level, or does it have some stairs up?
The church is on the ground level, and the door is wooden. It's like it's a 2-winged door that's quite large, but it looks a little bit shoddy. So you have no doubt that if it does like even on neutral, if you roll the van through the door will just go down.
Fuck it, I'm Team Vivian. Let's go through.
All right.
Knock her down.
You swing the van using your newly acquired perfect driving skills to just ram through the door of the church. The door goes down. Your headlights of the van, one remaining headlight is the only thing that lights up the interior of the church. Let me quickly put a game to a stop. This is the end of Act 2, but if you do not mind, we could just start rolling into Act 3 immediately, sort of like in the interest of time to make sure that we actually...
I'm good here. Let's keep it rocking. Yeah, let's do the damn thing. Take us home. Let's do it.
Is everyone still fine? Everything is going okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Then we can keep going. You roll into the church, and the car comes into a complete stop as you sort of block the door with the van. And as you do that, as you break down the door, basically the moment the car's hood passes the threshold, you hear like infernal howling, bouncing, echoing around the village and around the woods. You are sort of half in the church. As in, like, the van is half in the church and is, like, standing in the door, blocking the door right now. It is almost completely dark inside, but, like, you have, like, one remaining flashlight that illuminates some of the interior. The windows of the church are boarded up, which is why there's, like, no light coming from the outside at all. The church seems, like, fairly simple, fairly plain. There are, wooden pews on two sides. There's an aisle leading down the middle. In sort of the organization, if you've ever seen like insides of a standard like Catholic church, that looks pretty much exactly like it. And at the end, there's like a little bit of a platform. There's like literally 2 steps, and there's like a wooden altar. If there's something behind the altar, you cannot see because the light just doesn't go that far. And you immediately hear movement outside, like outside the door behind you, sort of.
Oh, we need to move fast.
Yeah.
Vivian, you've got that, like, you can smell books, right? You have like a 6th sense for books.
I let's find out. I sure thought I did. Let's go give it a try. I'm gonna head up the aisle at a run and see if there's a book on the podium or on the altar or somewhere at the front of the church.
Before I leave the van, I'm going into the back and pulling out the road flares that are in the emergency
out frickin' standing. Yes, sir.
Yep.
So, okay, first, Vivian, you just sprint down the aisle towards the altar looking for a book. Sam, you undo the seatbelt and you lean back to reach for the flares. And as you do that, the back door of the van is just ripped off its hinges, and you a howling monster faces you immediately, snaps its jaws, and tries to reach for you. It doesn't have enough space to maneuver, so it's going to take it a while to actually be able to like grab you or to like squeeze through the van to get to you. But if you would like to grab the flares, you are going to have to risk actually like trying to snatch them right from in front of the werewolf. So you do risk getting caught if you want to grab the flares. So do you want to grab the flares?
I'll try and grab the flares.
Hey, let's
my
say you
difficulty?
succeed. Let's say you succeed on a skill. Let's say it's a 50-50. You succeed at a 6. The werewolf is very fast and very strong, but it's kind of constrained by the van not being built
6.
for creatures of this size.
Yes.
I rolled
So,
a 6.
You grab the box of flares and you snatch it and like take it just as the werewolf's paw arm slams on the floor. You see like it bends the metal. It hits the metal of the floor with such force that it like bends it, and it's scraping on the floor as it's pulling its hand back, tearing off like pieces of paint from the floor. And then as you can see the fury in its eyes as it realizes it didn't actually hit you as it tried.
How many flares are in the box?
So there's 4.
I will take one out, pass the other one to Adam, get these to Vivian. And then I will take the one I have in my hand, light it, and try and shove this thing in its face.
Okay, this is still quite risky. So roll me a 6 again.
And this will probably when I fail and Sam leaves the game. 5.
Oh, so close.
So you
So close.
before I resolve this, I know that Vivian is approaching the altar. What is everyone else doing? Vivian, you also just got a box of flares from Sam.
Okay,
Oh
great.
no, you didn't. You left for the altar, so you do not have it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm jumping out and heading in. That's the best I can do. I'll grab David with me.
Yeah, I think I kind of run out a little bit, and then I go, no, I this has become like Chekhov's bear trap. I really have to get this to work, and I'm going to duck down between 2 of the pews and just kind of fully open it and get ready to slide it out if anything comes past.
Oh, beautiful. So I'll keep running past them, and I'll go straight down the
between
center
the
aisle.
pews, and you open a bear trap, and all of you. So Vivian, you're first approaching the altar. You see, there's nothing on the altar. There's there's a chalice on it, but it's a very simple metal chalice. It's empty. There is no book, but there is there are 2 pairs of doors behind the altar, like on the back wall of the church.
Okay.
One of them you do not know where it leads. The other is open, and there's a stair leading. There's a winding stair leading downstairs. As you're all spreading across the church, there's like a red glow, sort of catching up with you, expanding around the church. So you turn around and see that Sam has lit up a flare and is trying to jam it in the face of the werewolf, trying to like break through the back of the van. Unfortunately, the werewolf is faster and far faster and far stronger than Sam. So as you try to jam the flare in its face, it just like it snatches on your arm and it like pins you down. You lose the flare. The flare rolls down the floor of the van and is rolling out towards the exit of the van. And you feel like the claws of the monster tearing into your arm, and you see like blood dripping out of your sleeve, and you're currently pinned down by the monster.
Oh God.
I let out a wail of pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can hear Sam screaming in pain as the beast grabs him.
Oh my God, I have to focus. I'm gonna check the closed door.
You approach the closed door, you press on the handle, it opens easily, and it opens into the graveyard behind the church. The graveyard is surprisingly large for a village so small, but it sort of gives a testament, the centuries-long history of this place, and there are rows and rows of headstones, as far as the eye can see. Many of them so old, their faces have been lost to the passage of time completely.
Oh.
At the very center is some sort of a mausoleum, but there's a one slightly larger structure, but you cannot really see the details from out here. So there's you now standing in the open door to the graveyard, and next to you is sort of stairs leading down. Does anyone else declare anything?
I guess I hear Sam screaming, and I look lovingly at the bear trap and put it down like in the middle in case anybody does kind of run in that direction. And I sigh, and I pick up my axe and go, "I'm coming, big brother!" And I'm gonna charge up towards the truck and try and hit the werewolf with an axe.
Rebecca, do you do anything?
Yeah, the best I can do at this point is just trying to do a hurried sweep of anywhere where this book could be. That's my sole focus right now, is where can I find this damn book?
So as David is running towards the van with his axe raised, you pick up a flashlight, you start scanning the room. There really isn't anywhere anything could be hidden. Like, you could maybe do a complete sweep and try looking at every floorboard, but you do not see any obvious hiding place or any like place where like there's no like bookshelves, there is no other rooms. There are only two ways out of here. One is leading downstairs, one is leading outside, not counting the one you busted through with your car. That's currently blocked with both a car and a werewolf, so not very practical as a means of transition between locations.
Yeah. So just clarifying,
you looked under the altar. You looked under the altar. You looked at the altar. You looked under the pews. The book is not in this room.
Okay.
Unless it is hidden in some like very hidden compartment.
Nope. Okay. So then I just want to make sure I have the description right. There's one door here that leads out into the graveyard, and there's another door that leads downstairs.
Yes. There's like a winding stone steps leading downstairs.
We're heading down.
I'm gonna close and hopefully lock and bar the door that I just looked through, the one that goes to the graveyard. And then
Unfortunately, there is no there is a lock, but there is no key in it. So if you want, you can try to barricade it with one of the pews, but it's going to take some time.
You know what, Rebecca, why don't you barricade that door? I will take a flare and go downstairs.
They come through doors, they come through glass. The only chance we have is this book. We'll go downstairs. Maybe it's downstairs.
Okay. All right. David is helping Sam.
Adam brought you the flares. Adam will go start blocking the pews with the door.
Adam is bringing you the flares. Right now. Meanwhile, David, you try to like get back into the van. It's quite cramped in there with a giant werewolf holding down your brother. You see blood streaming down off his arm as like the werewolf is trying to take a swing with the other arm and attack Sam. Given how cramped the space is, how not exactly a warrior you are, you need to roll me an 8 to be able to actually successfully attack the werewolf.
That's fair. I hope you get it, babe. Come on, Tom.
It's a 9.
Yes, this is your hero moment. Yes.
Sam, you really have like, as you see the one of your arms is pinned down by the monster, and as it does, completely locking you in position. It's way too heavy for you to move out. You can see the other arm raised, and like it's almost like coming at your face. So like in this moment, like your entire life flashes right in front of your eyes, and the next thing that flashes in front of your eyes is an axe that flies in front of you and like just jams itself in the forearm. In the approaching forearm of the monster, so like blood gushes out of its arm. It like wails in pain. It like backs off for a moment, so your arm is free. David, you just jammed the axe in the arm of the werewolf. You could hear like the metals were like scraping against the bone of the monster, and you like pick up the axe. The blood is gushing. The monster pulls up for a little bit, and you have judging by the situation so far, I'd say a couple of seconds before it regains composure and continues like.
Is the flare still
with the van to get you?
Is the flare near my feet?
The flare is on the floor of the van. You could try ducking for it, but your arm is like mangled, possibly broken, so it would be very hard to get it without jamming yourself in the exact same position you were a moment ago.
Well, I'm not going to. The air is going to be useless for climbing out, so I will use my other hand to try and grab the flare to jam it up into its body.
You do understand that this is very risky and might put you in the same position you were a moment ago.
Yeah, well,
yep. Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, this is given that you're like now wounded. Give me an 8. This is difficult to do. This is risky.
It was nice. It was a pleasure being your brother, David.
No.
You try to reach for the flare, but like you are no match for the speed and strength of the monster that you're facing. As you try to reach for the flare, you grab the flare with your one healthy arm, but the beast just grabs you by your neck, pulls you back. You hear something snapping that you suspect is like something inside your body. You instinctively try to jam the flare in the werewolf's head,
Or body in
and
general.
then everything, and then or its body, and then everything goes dark. David, you see in horror as the beast pulls your brother in, like as if like easily as if he was a ragdoll, just like lifts him and like snatches at his head, and like as his head is being crushed by the monster, he still manages with like one last gasp of strength to jam the flare in the monster's eye. So the monster is like now like he's leaving the dead body of your brother, just like drops on the floor, streaming blood, but the monster is like dazed from like the damage to its face and is like stepping back again. But you hear howling and like something approaching right outside again. Perry, you can move on to being Adam now if you want to.
Man.
You transition to a new character, and the three of you are you going
Vivian,
downstairs?
catch! And I'll throw the flares to him as I immediately go over, grab one of the pews, lift it up, and head for the door she was just at.
Awesome.
You do exactly that, and as you close the door first, you see a shape approaching very quickly as the shape is going bigger, and you see that there's one of the werewolves is just like, and you see something sticking out of its back, so you suspect it is one of those you wounded earlier. It is on its all fours, sprinting across the graveyard towards the door, so you slam the door shut, and you pull one of the pews against the door to barricade it, at least for a moment. From what you've seen so far, you suspect it's going to hold it for maybe a couple of seconds, but it is a couple of seconds that might save your lives. Rebecca and Vivian, are you going downstairs?
Yes, with flares.
Okay. So you have a flare lit up in your hand. The red glow is lighting up the winding staircase going down. You follow it, and very shortly you arrive in some sort of a basement. It's a circular room which is all stone, all carved in stone, unlike the wooden church that is right on top of it. In the middle of a room is a pedestal with a black leather-bound tome that you have already seen before. Unfortunately, there is a complication. Right behind the pedestal, there's also a door behind, but that door between you and that door right behind the pedestal towers a beast even larger, even taller than the ones you've seen so far. Another werewolf staring right at you, and in its eyes you can see some form of recognition. Something tells you, somehow you understand that this monster right in front of you is Xavier, the same man you met earlier in the village.
Just something about his features we inherently know. Fuckhead. Okay.
All right, so I want to make sure I understand. We're coming in from one side of this room. In the center is the book on a pedestal. And on the opposite side of the room is the giant werewolf that we think is Xavier.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
But also note that the room is quite small. So the distance between you and the pedestal is maybe a couple of meters. And there's another couple of meters on the other side.
Okay. Leap for the book and try to light it on fire.
So you basically want to like slam the
flare into the
book.
Into the book, yes.
Okay.
If I'm feeling really dexterous, I will shut the flare in the book. But the main thing is to touch the fire to the book.
Shit, if she's going for the flare book strategy, can I go for Xavier?
You can, yes. Okay, let's let's first do all. In that case, let's first do all for Rebecca, because you're going to be sort of trying to protect Vivienne. But he's facing you. He's enormous. He's incredibly fast. So the moment you enter the room, he looks at you and then he starts moving towards you. What do you want to do to him?
So at this point, I know that I can't beat him in any type of melee or brawling situation. I already know that. I don't have any weapons on me right now. I don't have any flares. The best that I can hope for is a win solution where this book is burned and at least a hunt is called off. That will at least save whoever's alive upstairs. That will hopefully save Vivienne. So at this point, I'm not even necessarily trying to defeat him or conquer him as much as distract him. I just need to keep him away from the book and away from Vivienne. So this is full heroic sacrifice. It's just literally me throwing myself at this thing. And if I get ragged all around, that's what I'm expecting. I just need to put something in his mouth to keep it busy.
Okay, so you basically throw yourself in front of the monster.
Yeah, I'm going to try to grapple with it. Like literally, it's going to have to deal with me.
That is, of course, a desperate attempt to do anything. So you need to roll a 10 to manage to do it unscathed.
That's an 8. I tried real hard.
You do your best. You sprint towards the werewolf, pull all of your strength and agility behind it. But of course, you're just a human. You know much to this monstrosity facing you. So as you try to approach it, it just grabs you by the throat with its clawed arm, and it just lifts you up in the air as you wait at absolutely nothing. And Vivienne, you're approaching the little pedestal with the book, and as you do that, you see you have a split-second reaction. What do you want to do? Do you want to attack the book, or do you want to do something about the monster right now, lifting your friend up in the air and squeezing her by her throat?
No, I know Rebecca. I know what she's doing.
Yeah,
I'm burning the book.
Yeah. Yes. God, yes.
You slam the flare right through the leather-bound black tome. It starts sizzling. There's smoke coming out of it. It starts catching on fire. Roll me, Rebecca. Roll me a 9 if you manage to if you manage to survive this situation.
Okay. Oh, it was an 8. It was so close.
Oh, so close.
Oh,
As the monster holds you up and swings its other arm at you, it just basically punches through your chest, breaking your bones. Blood's everywhere, guts are spilling out. Light is slowly going off, and then the last thing you see is the enormous pain and shock in the eyes of it, as smoke is starting to come off out of its arms. Meanwhile, Adam, you barricaded the door. You were doing your best to block the door. Eventually, an arm of a werewolf from the outside just breaks through the door, pushes the pew away, stands right in front of you, and as it swings its arm at you, you see just pure shock in its face, in its eyes, and smoke starts coming out of it, and it's you see that you hear it starting to squeal. It's all covered in smoke, and it is starting to crumble. Its entire body just disappears and turns into ash. This is the same, David, what you see with the werewolf behind the car. It's turning into ash that falls on top of your brother's corpse. Exactly the same thing happens downstairs in the cellar. Congratulations, everyone! You have managed to break the curse of Briançon. There were casualties, but you have freed the village of the curse of werewolves. Congratulations!
Oh my
I had
God!
a fantastic time as a GM. I hope you enjoyed it.
That was fast.
Dude.
Well done.
Oh my
God! I sped it up a little bit near the end because I wanted to be conscious of time, but I still think we managed to sort of hold it consistent and coherent.
What a roller coaster. Talk about high adrenaline, creepy village, and then suddenly full octane. Wojtek, that was a lot of fun. These mechanics were very succulent and easy to jump into. Cast, incredible job. Thank you so much. Woo! I feel like my nervous system needs to come down.
I know, right?
Jesus. And that, friends of the Symphony, is where our show ends for tonight. Thank you so much to everyone who joined in here on Twitch, or you're watching the replay later on YouTube. You guys are indeed the best part of waking up, and we sincerely appreciate you. Guys, that is a wrap. If you've enjoyed the Symphony, feel free to support us to help make more content like this by backing us on Patreon at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. We hope you've enjoyed the Symphony. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a wonderful night, guys. Bye.
Thank you.